In this video, I will be talking about linear equations. When you see the equation in a form x plus some number, let's say 2 is equal to some number, let's say 5, this is a linear equation with one variable with one unknown x. When you see the equation in a form x plus y equals to some number 7, this is a linear equation as well with two unknowns, with two variables x and y. When you see the equation in a form, let's say 2x plus 3y plus 5z is equal to some number 20. This is a linear equation as well with three unknowns, three variables x, y, and z. Our 2, 3, and 5 are constants. Okay? Okay. Also, a linear equation could be written in the form 2x1 plus 3x2 plus 5x3 is equal to 20. These two equations are the same, but instead of variable x, we used variable x1. Instead of the variable y, we used variable x2. Instead of variable z, we used variable x3. But the same constant equal to the same thing. It's quite common to see linear equations to be written in this form. And they could have as many unknowns as you can possibly imagine. Now, when you see a product, for instance, x times y equals to something, let's say 5, this is not linear. When you see product, it's not linear equation. Also, if you see a square root over a variable, for instance, x equals to something, let's say 3, it's not linear as well. When you see trigonometric function, for instance, cosine or sine, it's not linear either. When you see logs, logarithm, log of y plus 2z is equal to some number 10, it's not linear. Or if you see exponential functions such as x squared plus y plus something like z to the power 4 is equal to some number, let's say 100, it's not linear either. So again, if there is a product such as x times y in the equation, then this equation is not linear. If there is a square root, for instance, square root over x, now square root has to be over variable. So if you see something like this actually is a linear equation. Yes, it is a linear equation because square root is not over variable, square root over a constant 2. So yes, that would be a linear equation. Now again, if you see a trigonometric function in the equation, it's not a linear equation. If you see a logarithm, it's not a linear equation. If you see exponential function, if you see an exponent, that would not be a linear equation either. So let's go ahead and do some examples together and see if we understand the material. Let's say we have something like minus 2x plus 4y minus 2z is equal to 5. Okay, do you think this is a linear equation or not? Well, I hope you answered yes, because it is indeed linear equation. If you see something like x1 plus x2 is equal to 3, do you think this is a linear equation or not? Well, I hope you answered that it is, because it is indeed a linear equation. Let's say x1 plus 5 square root of x2 is equal to 6. Do you think this is a linear equation? Well, I hope you answered no, because it's got square root over our second variable x2, therefore it's not a linear equation. Let's say x plus cosine of y plus 2z is equal to 10. Let's look at this one. Do you think this equation is a linear equation? You're right, it's not, because of the cosine. Now let's say 1/3 of y plus square root of 5 of z is equal to 8. Look at this one and tell me if you think this is a linear equation or not. Well, I hope you answered that it is a linear equation. If you didn't, there's no reason why this equation would not be a linear equation. There is no product. There is no square root over a variable. There is a square root over a constant, but there is no square root over variable. There is no trigonometry involved. There is no logs or exponential functions. So yes, it is a linear equation. So you get sine of 2x plus 2y is equal to 2. Do you think this is a linear equation or not? It's not, because of the sign. Let's say pi x1 plus x2 to the power of 1/3 is equal to 10. Do you think this is a linear equation? I hope you answered no, because of the power. X2 to the power 1/3 is actually the same thing as the this. This is definitely not a linear equation. So I hope you understand what linear equation is. In my next video, I will talk about ways to solve systems of linear equations. I will tell you what system of linear equations is. I will talk briefly about matrices. Thank you.